I knew this would happen. I had a feeling this would happen. I had a feeling that this day would come, or this time actually, not this specific day. But Kirk Cousins regrets taking the money. He regrets chasing the dollars and going to the Falcons for many reasons. I mean, they didn't notify him about drafting Michael Penix Jr. Okay, going to the Falcons didn't exactly help any of his quarterback situations and issues that he had while he was a Viking. And on top of that, the Vikings got a lot more successful without him. I mean, I'm not saying that I ever hated Kirk. It's just that while he was a Viking, I really appreciated him, but I feel like a part of me knew kind of the flaws that he had as a Vikings quarterback, or as a quarterback in general, actually. And that's what kind of prevented us from getting any further than the wild card. I'm going to keep it real. Because not only was he immobile, but he wasn't always able to make the not exactly aggressive, but sometimes aggressive, sometimes important throws because of hesitation. And at certain times, he would either hesitate or take a sack or throw a wonky pass, which would end up being an interception. There were so many plays where if you take a mobile quarterback and put him on the Vikings, like let's say Kirk Cousins somehow got benched on as a Viking, right? Or for instance, he got injured in week 8 of the 2023 season. So let's say we put in Josh Dobbs, which we did. Now we saw him make so many mobile runs. I know that he didn't work out for the Vikings the entire time he was there, but there were so many mobile plays that he made that just showed you what would have happened to Kirk in that situation. You know, there were so many plays where Josh Dobbs took off and ran it for a touchdown, plays in which Kirk Cousins would have been sacked. He would have been dropped on his back. So, and I also heard that he's a little bit jealous of J.J. McCarthy's benefits of throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. You know, I understand that. I mean, who wouldn't want to throw the ball to the greatest wide receiver in the NFL and eventually NFL history? But I think that Kirk learned his lesson here. I don't want him back as a Viking, but I do wish him the best of luck, obviously. But it's what happens when you chase the money. Money isn't everything. It can bring you almost everything in this lifetime, but it can't bring you Super Bowl championships. And I think that's the lesson that Kirk learned here. And he also learned that he has to earn his QB1 spot, because Michael Penix could easily take that. Michael Penix could easily take that. If he plays good enough, if he plays well enough and shows, flashes of incredible talent and potential, Kirk is gone. The Falcons will easily say away with you if they see better talent in Michael Penix than in Kirk Cousins. Money will definitely help you in the long run, but if you're in the NFL and if you're in this organization to win championships, and if that's your main goal, you have to achieve that goal. And the best plan is to probably take less money on a better team that can give you a much better chance of winning a championship than taking more money on a team that's mediocre and has 50-50 chances of being a championship team. I mean, other fans have said it themselves. We always seem to be right in the middle with Kirk Cousins. In 2020, we were 7-9. In 2021, we were 8-9. Back in 2018, Kirk's first year with the Vikings, we were like what, eight wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie, or something like that. The point is, we weren't getting anywhere above average, and sometimes average is better than bad, because not only do you not get the best draft picks, but you don't make the playoffs. So that kind of derails your team. Well, not kind of, it does. So I think that Kirk did that to the Falcons too. I mean, they were a mediocre team towards the end of the season. They showed signs of potential, but they also showed mediocrity in certain games. And that's exactly what Kirk showed with the Vikings. And this isn't hate or anything. This is me giving out facts and pointing out what I've noticed as a fan and now as a future NFL analyst. But what I do want to say is, Kirk, I do wish you the best of luck. But at the end of the day, you can keep the money, keep the chains. Meanwhile, the Vikings and J.J. McCarthy, they can get the rings. Skull Vikings.